On this video, I'm going to show you how to laminate foam. Now on the first one we talked about how important it was to use a sharp razor blade to cut your foam in the jig, and this one is going to show you exactly why. What I have here is I've just generated a couple pieces of scrap. If you cut everything you cut with a sharp razor, every scrap that you make will have a nice clean edge on it right here. Okay, I've done this for video purposes, but I keep all my stuff, and when I need to add a color, I got a whole bucket full over here I can use. But for this process, we're going to take just a flat, I just have a little flat piece of wood here. You can use the base of your jig set, anything that gives you a nice straight surface here that you can pull the foam up against and hold. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you first, before we put this together, I want to show you how to mate these up. So hold the block of wood down, bring the cylinder up against the block of wood, take the opposite piece, and I want you to push them right up together, but don't touch them. Like that. See how the angles don't line up? I'm touching at the bottom of it, and I'm open at the top. What I want to do is hold one cylinder. We're going to hold the white one still, and we're going to rotate this blue one until those angles fit perfectly. And when we got them lined up, you'll see the gap in between there. Then push them forward. Now see how they mated just perfectly? Now if you get that off a little bit, when you push them together, you're going to have a big hole. See the hole in there? So make sure you've got those angles lined up, and then push them together and they fit. Okay. Now we've done that on a dry run, and I'd suggest you do that a few times and learn how to do it. We're going to use Zap-A-Gap, the regular Zap-A-Gap on this. What I want you to do is just put one little drop right in the middle, like that, and then take your finger and spread that out. Okay, once you got the whole surface area covered, don't get too much or you'll glue these to the table. Stick that down against your block. Take this piece, slide it right up to it. Now roll it around until you get the angles fitting. And when you got the angles right where you want them, push them together. And then just hold that for a couple seconds. Okay, if you get too much glue, it'll stick it to the table. You can crack it right off the table. And then just wipe this adhesive off. Now we've created a bicolored rod. Alright, now I'm going to take the 7/16 jig again. The only decision I need to make here is which color I want up front and which color I want in the back. So I'm going to make this popper head white in the back and blue in the front. Yeah, just like this fly right here. In the camera? Okay. Now you can make this any size you want. I'm just going to choose to make it that much right there. Okay, we're going to put that much blue out on the face, and the white's going to be in the back. Now slide this back into the jig and slide it right up to where the white meets the jig. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the jig to reference top dead center on my cut here. So if you slide it in like that, see how it's not lining up with the jig? Rotate that until the white fits the jig. When you got it lined up, there's our mark of how much blue we want. Slide that right back, straight back, don't rotate the rod, to that point. Take your leg needle, push it right through the leg hole again. Okay, now we're going to make 3 different cuts on this one. There again, if you're right-handed, slide it off to the right side of the table. I got to move myself instead of the camera. Now hold it with your thumb and your middle finger. We're going to make the fast back cut there. We're going to make the slice through here for the length, just like that. Flip the jig over. Hold it with your middle finger and your thumb right here. Make the cut down this way. Now when you get to the bottom, hold it with your finger. Don't put any pressure on that, just touch it. Finish the cut. Now that piece right there is ready for another mating process. Okay. Push your needle out, pull it completely out, back on your magnet, and look what we have. A beautiful bicolored head.